quick look at an individual who says he saw D.B. Cooper in a restaurant or cafe the night he jumped from the airplane. And this took place in 1971, and he offers a rather vivid description. And let me get this on the screen here real quick. One moment, please.
Evidently, the night that he jumped out of the airplane, I saw him standing on the side of the road. I was going out to play music for a Grange function, which is like out at the Grange Hall. You know, the farmers all have this association called the Grange. And I was out there to play a function for them, play guitar for them. And I saw this man standing on the side of the road, but I couldn't pick him up. I was in a dump truck and I didn't have a seat on the passenger side, and the boss wouldn't let me pick up hitchhikers. So I drove on out to this little, it's called the Teanaway Junction. It's what it is. It's a little mom and pop type restaurant with some gas pumps, and it's the intersection between 97 and Highway 10. And I'm sitting there drinking coffee, and this man walks in. He's soaking wet, got black slick back hair, a black suit, white shirt, no tie, black pants, you know, I mean just the whole suit, black penny loafers. And he comes up to me and he says, "Kid," he says, "where am I?" I said, "Well, you're about 4 miles east of Cle Elum." He said, "If I make a phone call," he says, "could you give this friend of mine directions how to get here to pick me up?" I said, "Sure, no problem." So he went over, he dialed a number, handed me the phone. I'd asked his friend, I said, "You coming up over Snoqualmie Pass? You're going to be coming up over Blewett? You know, I need to know which way you're coming." He told me which way he's going to come, and I said, "Okay, you'll be here in about an hour and a half, as your friend will be here waiting for you." So I handed him back the phone. I went back to the counter drinking my coffee, and then he came over and sat down alongside of me, and he says, "Well, thanks for your help, kid." I says, "Your friend will be here about an hour and a half." I says, "I've got to go play country music out of here at a Grange function." And he said, "Well, don't worry about your coffee, kid." He says, "I'll take care of it." Shook hands with the man. I got out, and got in the truck, and I left.
We went out, and Carl found Cowboy, which was crazy, you know, that he could track this guy down. But it was only because Walt gave such a vivid description. I mean, you know, cowboy attire, a cowboy hat, a guitar next to him, and then drove away in a dump truck. I mean, come on, who does that, right? That was pretty good. And so then when Carl went out there, he's like, who at that time played music? Because the guy said he had a gig to play that night at the Grange Hall. So we ran down, we found the band leader at the Grange Hall. Yes, I had Jeff sub for me I was really sick on one Thanksgiving. I don't know what year it was, and Jeff said that was the year that it was crazy. So when I found Cowboy and we went out and interviewed him, at that time I was really skeptical still. It's like, yeah, this guy is it. And Jeff is so believable.
Well, I heard the plane was hijacked the next day, but I didn't put two and two together because the composite drawing that I saw on TV, the guy looked like he jumped out of a spaceship, you know, 2-point of a jaw, you know, had those glasses on, looked nothing like the man that I was talking to. And they had him jumping out, or someplace around Oregon is where they had him. So there was no reason for me to try to put 2 and 2 together to find him where I was.
It was really hard to say, wow, I don't believe this. When Jeff mirrored what Walter said, it was really creepy at that time. It was just kind of like, God, you've got to reevaluate, Vern, because I just really thought, so that was really the turning.
And that's a quick look at an individual who said he saw Cooper the night he jumped. And this case has gone on and on. The FBI since closed the case. But an interesting point to ponder, and that'll do it.